Yo, yo, yo. That's jumping. Mm, yeah, it's jumping. Like how everything's coming together. Thank you, thank you. As you can hear, I have an actual mic now. Let's close that. So I'll fix some things real quick. Everyone get their badge. Oh, thank you, Zoe. Yeah, it's jumpy. Why are you so jumpy? Okay, let's close that real quick. I'm gonna close that up real quick. Um, and we're gonna open it back up because I don't like how the jump was doing. Ew, we don't like that kind of violence. Oh, maybe because it's full screen. I don't know full screen. Yeah, know me. I never usually have everything full screen like that. There we go. All right, excellent. I hope everyone can hear me. I hope everyone's doing fantastic today. It's your boy, Stephen Underwood, as you know, full of love, full of faith, and full of happiness. I just got back from DreamCon. DreamCon was phenomenal. Ask me any questions you want to know, including about DDG jumping that dude. It, it was truly a funny experience to behold that jumping. Never have I ever seen such violence take place. And as you guys know, I will be speaking hyperbolically about the entire situation. I will be blowing it out proportion simply because I do not like DDG. I'm admitting that violence up front and I'm mentioning everything in parody so I cannot be sued. But besides that and beyond that, really great time. I'm also working on an essay, right? I'm working on an essay because I just got tagged in this really, really, really obnoxious article that was presenting itself as being journalistic while actively ignoring all the merits of journalism. Like I was mentioned, it's about Quan Mills. If you don't know that I hate Quan Mills and everything he embodies, everything he works on, I deeply spiritually feel contempt for that man that could only be satisfied by his complete and utter abandonment of the literary form. So when I say that I cannot stand Quan Mills and I do not enjoy people making rationalizations of his work, I say that while also acknowledging the fact that I hate most forms of minstrelsy, right? All forms of minstrelsy. And the existence of people who try to pass minstrelsy on as art, well, you actively stand against everything my purpose in life is made to represent. And therefore, I need no justification to continue to speak out against you. Like, I don't feel like I'm bullying you. I feel like I'm doing the actual justice and righteousness to the world by shaming you out of existence. This article writer does not feel the same. They seem to present themselves as if like, oh, it's a very complicated point, but they ended the article with this idea that spectacle is currency, and that isn't Quan Mills just showing the world that, by participating in this, you say more about yourself than you do about him. Like he's not responsible for any of this. He's just doing something, and he's like through satire highlighting that there's something deeply wrong with the population, that they enjoy this. And I'm like, you watched Dear White People and you took the wrong lessons from it. I'm seeing that and I'm understanding that. And the audacity of mentioning my name, my full name, calling me critic, not even an author, critic, mentioning my full name and mentioning my criticisms in a highlighted article, not even doing the due diligence of the context of the things I was saying and the severity of the calling in I was doing, you got a problem, baby. You got a problem, and I need to address it. And I'm not going to accept anyone looking at me and going, Steven, could you have handled that differently? Steven, could you have handled that kinder? No, I'm not handling it kind. Because what is wrong with you to even do that, to think that this is okay, and for you to present the information that you presented as a non-black person? You wanted me to come in there with the energy I have. And so I'm going to give you the energy and the attention you're so desperately looking for. And I'm not taking any accountability for nothing. I refuse. I refuse. Happy Pride Month. I thought it was a joke. You would think that is a joke. You would think because the covers that he's doing, the AI book covers that he's releasing into the world are deeply, deeply involved in like an undermining aspect. Like he's making these things that are the joke. Like these are all jokes, right? But it is like it's a Trojan horse because the context of the actual books that he has actually written and the subject matter of these books are all rooted in misogyny, a hatred of black women, a unsympathetic heart and mind towards black women, and an active attempt to attack them. And you would just see it as just him being generally like callous about black women in the way that most misogynoirist black men, which is most black men, are. But then you dig a little deeper into his old comments on TikTok when he first did the mask off moment to reveal that he is not a light skinned man, like his old author photos used to depict him as. And you learn it's actually a lot more insidious than he was letting on. It's deeply insidious. I thought the stats how like how there's books like Baby Mama Struggle Tales from the Hood. No, he's not even an actual writer because he uses like it's some of it could be his writing. I think early on maybe it was his writing, but he uses Upwork and he uses ghostwriters and he facilitates most of his projects through AI. Like it's not like legitimate writing, and I'm gonna say that as an author. He's BSing. He's gaming minstrelsy to curry a profit. He's not. I would say he's worse than Tyler Perry. Because Tyler Perry is actually attempting art, even though a lot of his own internal issues with black womanhood, um, and like black manhood, and like so many of his different complexes that I think he really needs to work through is coming out in his art, and he's packaging it as the black experience or like in lessons and fables. Hey Jay, fine ass. Uh, he's packaging it as these many things, and there's a problem with Tyler Perry. I'm never going to defend Tyler Perry as necessary or doing a good, but Quan Mills's work isn't just awful and evil. It is also deeply, deeply rooted. Like our pain, our plight, our exploitation is the point, right? We are the butt of the jokes. Explicitly, black women are the butt of the jokes, and he only reserves his target, his sword, for these things. A friend just texted me, seeing a white woman do a write-up on Quan Mills is, yeah, literally, it's a non-black person writing about this and come at it with a flippancy that is deeply disrespectful. This doesn't involve you. This is not your conversation. And you're reporting on it as if it's just another trend or just another speech or just another moment, as if you're like writing on the Labubu's trend. Like it's not that. And your approach to it is deeply insidious because you're undermining to your audience, who I don't know the numbers of, so I'm not going to insult you in that way. It's deeply insidious by nature because you are arguing that this is a stance that we can debate on. You have no positioning in this discussion to debate me on any of this. You don't understand the genre you're talking about. You don't understand minstrelsy. You don't understand anything going on. You don't even experience the pain of the conversation. Why are you talking? the audacity and bravery has gotten you far in your career. I know it has. I know it has. You have to learn this somewhere. You have to learn that it validates you in some way. You had to perform this throughout your life for you to do it now online for profit on that Substack. This is ridiculous. This is why I said you can do more harm than good with journalism. That's why you shouldn't use it as a shield, a catch-all shield for all your behaviors, because there's many types of situations and many types of occurrences where your behavior and commentary is by default impacting the overall culture. But who am I to say anything? I'm just some nobody critic, right? I'm just some dude. So let's leave it to the game. I'm going to be doing an article, an essay soon in response to this, where I'm going to be discussing this at large, and I'm not going to have nice things to say. I don't feel like having nice things to say. This is deeply insidious and disgusting, and I don't respect it. I just don't. So here's some news. I did a little bit of playing through because I wanted to kind of skip around. Uh, I don't remember everything I did. DreamCon has overcome my brain rot at DreamCon has slept in. I think you guys saw Chef Barney. Knows about it. Knows about it. A lot of people don't know what that man is on for real. Yeah, and so it's just so strange to see an article like that positioning all of their observations as they do. And the research isn't even there. Like you're not even looking into the nuts and bolts. And that's like the most laziest form of tech journalism ever. Is that people just thinking, oh, I should just talk about it, news on it just generally, rather than digging into it. It's the reason why I had to publish Forever for the Culture in the first place, is because people undermine the work that goes into digital and tech journalism of these cultures and trends and understanding what is insidious and what is actually rewarded, right? And even if those are debatable concepts, right? Having a conversation, having the wherewithal to illustrate the point all the way through. If you, Mara, feel that this is not minstrelsy and that we're just panicking over nothing and that spectacle is the point, spectacle is the revolution of this act, talk to me about revolution and how you understand it. What is your politic on this discussion? How is it rooted in the politic of my discussion? Do you understand the politic of what I was talking about? No? Well, sounds like you shouldn't be talking about it in the first place, now doesn't it, Mara? I'm Pokemon kid right now. You gonna train some Pokemons? You gonna build some Pokemons? And my article on the dropping soon on my Substack. I'm going to be addressing it. And it's not much to address. I think it's just the seriousness of all of this that needs commentary. Amara, you got a storm coming, sis. Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul. Okay. So last I left off, I don't know, my brain's just so caught in DreamCon, right? DreamCon was such a blast. It was just a lot of twerking, a lot of dancing. The D9 was scrolling. People were getting upset about it. I don't care what anyone says in the comments of that other video. I don't think anyone was musty. I had an experience through mustiness. Maybe every here and there someone was going to probably I feel like mustiness as a concept is only a state of mind, right? We're not always going to be musty. And if it's hot, I feel like I can't read that well. What about now? Hear me out? Hear me now? Music's so loud. It's always this GD music. It's always the toxic music. What about now? Also a little echo on your mic. A little too loud for the music. Okay. Just let me know. Just type in the chat when something works. Because there's a bunch of things I do typically to lower the volume. Okay. All right. And is the microphone situation better? Is it better? Let me know. Is the microphone still echoey or too low? No, it's a little worse. What about now? I think it's a program issue more than anything else. That's their microphone array. So back to default. Yeah, I can hear you talking. Also talking to the mic. Alright, so I think I know what's going on. What about now? Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. And how's the mic quality? Is it, so I want to make sure that this actual mic that I own is working right. I had the audio, I had two different audios on. I think that was what was doing it. Excellent, thank you. Music's still a little loud though. What about now? Same. All right, so the volume in my ear is connected to the volume that you guys hear. How's that? Because I heard it get lower in this headset. So if it's this earset is connected, I think that's also the issue is that the controls has like all of the audio output discombobulated. So like if I change it in one thing, it doesn't change to another thing. And just because I hear it being okay in my ear, sometimes might not translate to it being okay to when you guys go through. Slightly lower but still loud. Okay. How's that? I wonder if it's an in-game thing. All right, excellent. The Draining Kiss. Oh, I was flying on the airplane with King Vader. That I wish I had an ability to make something hyperbolized and make it over the top because that would be effective for me. That'd be really effective for me to turn into content. Sadly, it's just embarrassing. I snored. As King Vader sat next to me, by next to me I mean like right in front of me, the seat right in front of me, and I snored the entire time because I have this motion thing. Like when I'm in a car or like I'm in an airplane, if it's in motion, there's something about the equilibrium that makes me really drowsy, and then I start passing out and falling asleep. Right? Um, we'll see how that plays when I'm driving in a car, but when I'm passenger seat, I'm not doing anything. It just sometimes lulls me into sleep after a while. Um, and so I also snore. I have snored for the last, I want to say, what, 7 years? Um, I usually have stopped caring until I saw King Vader come to the back of the plane with me. Now, I'm not going to get into why he was in the back of the plane. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes you save the money. Is it apnea? You have sleep apnea. Honestly, I do have sleep apnea. Um, but I also think that they had to change their flights. There was a lot of canceled flights in Dallas, and a lot of people. I'm sorry, in Houston, and a lot of people were talking about United was the only one providing flights in and out of a location to and from places back into Los Angeles or to Memphis or other places. So a lot of people, I think, changed flights last minute, and I think he was one of them. Um, and so he hopped onto the plane with his carry-on and saw him, acted like I didn't know who he was. I fell asleep, but I know I was snoring because I woke up and I was like drooling, my mouth was dry, and that's always a sign that I was snoring. Yeah, I've seen those mouth tape things. I've tried that before. I even use nasal strips. Some people say it's better, but I'm still snoring. I didn't buy nasal strips when I got on the plane. Um, I didn't want to put on the mouth strips neither because those are gonna hurt pulling off. I don't know. It's just knowledge that I was snoring in front of King Vader. That's kind of embarrassing. Friend Tiffy just asked me if I got sick because some people got sick over the course of that whole trip, and I didn't. blessed. Maybe he was asleep too. Maybe potentially. I did hear him kind of get like exasperated. Like someone, one of his friends, snuck up on him, tapped him on tapped him on the shoulder, and like his eye, he tried to withhold himself, but then he saw his friend. He said like, "Oh, I was about to freak the fuck out because like, I was hoping it wasn't another fan." And I feel that. I think for a lot of influencers, like that celebrity culture of like, "Oh yeah, your fans are going to see you in person and they're going to like come up to you and stuff." I think he got overwhelmed by it, and as someone who was also getting that a lot, seeing that happen to my friends, mostly not me. I only had like 3 people recognize me maybe at DreamCon, but like they couldn't really do anything, and then eventually they started retreating to like the green rooms and these privacy areas so that they didn't get stopped because they knew every time. Like I saw someone I don't like, be real, there, and his number one, his go-to was like he was running around with his hoodie all the way up and wearing a mask, and no one could recognize him. Another influencer, like they were cosplaying and as Spider-Man, and when they didn't want to be recognized, they just pulled the mask on and just ran around as Spider-Man to get around to doing things. I think we should ignore them for the sake of their own egos. I mean, like, I think they all also accepted the fact that this is going to happen. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's just like they're not, because they're not celebrities in the official sense, they haven't turned off that part of their brain that still desires like privacy. And I think influencers by nature are also very introverted people. And so they just wanted to nap. Like it's like they started hitting their limit because it's 4 days and it's nonstop. So by day 3, everyone and their mama recognizing you. And like most times, especially if you're in LA, people might recognize you here and there, but you can go through your day and most people are not your fans. You know, like it's especially when you're black, you're a niche creator. Like you're hood famous, as Rashawn put it, was in his Twitch chat the other day. Like when you're hood famous, people very rarely are going to walk up to you unless they're of your demographic. However, DreamCon is a thing in which everyone is your demographic. Everyone will recognize you. Everyone there is a part of your fan base. So it's just going to be a thing where they participate with you. Uh, they're going to participate with you. They're going to perform with you. They're going to stop you for pictures. They're going to feel really appreciative of your presence. And I think it's just getting used to that. Yeah, they just gotta get used to it. I did also see Kenny. Kenny is in the book. Kenny Knox is in the book. So Celeste City. Each of us has potential to change the world, right? But maybe strong back. Do you think she's right? Do we think any of us can just, fix the world if we put our minds to it? Do I think that any of us can just fix the world if we put our minds to it? Actually, yeah. I mean, I'm sure Ava would disagree, but it's hope that really keeps us going, right? I just need to keep training harder. Eventually, I can make a difference, right? Hey, I'm sure you have more important things to do than hang out with me, right? Oh, oh, drama. The girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. I don't know. I try to answer that honestly, but I really don't want to romance Scarlet. Oh, quick training battle. searching Chef Kwame. Yeah, when it comes to the celeb of it all, I'm like, yeah, I think people could leave them alone. But then I also find it hard to empathize. That's understandable. I think influencers do get in their own head and they do believe their own hype a little too much at times. Especially if they're making money, I'm like, you're a different class now. Yeah, they are. Especially because brand deals. Like now that agent has unleashed like the lid on how much these streamers are making. Um, and like even the opportunity to do something like DreamCon and to fill these parties out, like it's not a small thing to do, and it's not like it isn't a big deal. And so there is some obligation and respect that they should have for their platform. And part of that I do agree is not underestimating the impact of people seeing you and respecting the fact that like without them you kind of are nothing. Like their viewers. But I think that's also like the flip side of it. I don't know. King Vader just seemed like I just never felt like I need to stop and get their photos to really engage them. And I also just didn't hold it against them that like, yeah, I just spent 4 days in a row interacting with fans at nonstop. Like I just need a second. I just need to be able to be exasperated if one more person walks up to me after I'm jet lagged from my flight. I'm like, I understand it. I'm not going to hate you for it, you know? Well, yeah, I find Roly Coly. feel like it could be cool to talk to a few musicians or actors, but I think the picture thing is a lot. Yeah, my friends took a lot of pictures though, so I'm trying not to hold it up against anyone. I mean, like if I saw someone I really, really respected, I'd probably do it, but it just feels like an inconvenience in my time to take a photo with every influencer. Like I've met enough of them. Um, I do think it is important to just remember that they're people. Take a look at that. Oh, asshole. Ah, Stevie, I shouldn't be surprised to see you here. So you found me. Come for a gym battle. Oh, so you're not being from these parts with intention. My apologies, Chef, giving you the chance to explain your plight. Crescent has caused just as many problems for me. So you wish to take a plane to fight Celia. Of course, I'd be happy to help your friend. Unfortunately, you'd be out of luck at the moment. Our plane is delivering a shipment of spice powder. You know myself, but times are desperate with everything that Crescent is doing. Unfortunately, my city needs me. I believe there may be a solution. However, a close gym leader colleague of mine, Vera, Professor Mario, had some time calling Vera with him. She might be able to give you and your friend a lift to Celia. Wouldn't exactly be five-star transportation, but it's better than nothing. However, as I'm sure you can appreciate, fares do not come free. First, you have to do something for me. See, there are rumors spreading across this island. Have you heard the Weeping Hill is a burial mound for people and Pokemon alike? Unfortunately, many mysterious things have been occurring there. Many, well, supernatural things. I'll typically explain myself with the idea of paranormal encounters, that the whole idea of supernatural threat has put the city on edge. The result, people aren't doing the jobs required to sustain Celeste. Everything comes down to capitalism. Things are more starting to fall apart. In addition to the rumblings of Team Crescent is enough to put any gym leader on edge. So, Stevie, this is where you come in. I have a favor to ask. Would you like to travel to Weeping Hill, explore its ruins beneath the surface? You define source. She has these entries up here. be right back. I am about to go grab a coffee. Give me 1 second. Ah, okay, okay, okay. Oh my God. Thought I can just come back, didn't I? Thought I can just be away for a second and the camera wouldn't mess up. Nope. Wrong. 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 Okay, let's transition to this. Yo, I'm back. Got my coffee. Got some chips. Also had a grand epiphany that I should go to the gym today, but you know. So we had to fix the chat screen. By the way, these happened like ages ago. Like this isn't these were like set a week ago. And it's only just popping up. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. Mhm. That's with game capture and we upload it. And there we go. I was getting so lethargic, but I think I'm gonna play another hour and then I'm going to the gym because I have to go to the gym. I have not been to the gym in 4 days. That statement just freaked me out. Personally, that statement just freaked me the F out. Because I'm not a gym rat. I would never be confused for a gym rat. I would never try to be confused for a gym rat. And yet that's a very gym rat statement come out the side of my mouth. I used to make fun of people like during the quarantine when my friends were like, "Oh yeah, I had to get to the gym. I have to go to the gym. Like my body, like I need to get there right now. I feel like I'm losing mass." And I was like, this could be cured with therapy, and I believe in you. It's a New Year resolution thing. It's a New Year resolution thing. No, I think I've been really good at keeping the lifestyle shift of going to the gym every 2 days. And we have accountability posts. So my friends all post accountability things on our Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see every 2 days or so I'll post my friends when they tag me, but also myself. And it's just been really good for us, like across the country, to stay connected and also make sure we're all like making sure we get in there. We don't like accost each other. We don't blame each other. We don't tag each other. We don't hunt each other down for like not participating in it. However, it's like our own personal like to your own ability and desire. We don't even say like what you have to do. We don't give each other challenges, but it's just to make sure that we are moving with the energy of getting out of our homes and moving around a little bit. I might have to up my ante. I have EDS and I have a sickle cell traits. So my workouts are less strenuous than theirs, but I feel like I can put some more effort in. I just try not to overwhelm myself, but I think I might have to start pushing myself a little bit more. Though it could be body dysphoria. It's always possible to be body dysphoria. I have a roly poly and I could trade it. I could trade that roly poly, but I'm gonna wait. 'Cause I can just catch a new roly poly. But no, I never go to the gym because of New Year's resolution. In fact, sometimes I start gym before New Year's and then quit around the month of January for a bit because, like, it's just a bunch of people in the gym around that time. It's just so many people, and I hate a full gym. Oh, I hate a full gym. Full gym and me do not mix for very clear and obvious reasons. Like it's just ineffective for everybody involved. Swapped out because this Weeping Hill thing seems to be like a ghost type situation. Awkward. I should do a whole everything I got from DreamCon, but I didn't shop that much. The vendors were great, but I feel like I can always get everything I saw there anywhere else. Like I feel like I've gone to better cons with better options. And also one thing I noticed that pissed me off. One thing I saw was that a lot of the vendors, one of the vendors, most of the vendors weren't selling black characters. Now, what I mean by that is, for instance, there was a vendor selling these stands, like these little shelf stands of like cutouts of Marvel versus Capcom characters, right? And those characters are dope and cool, but there are black characters in this franchise, and they did not have them. Like Marvel versus Capcom, infamously, is they have a Storm character in that game. They did not have a stand for her, and that feels like a big miss if you're coming to an event like DreamCon, which is primarily about black nerds, to not have black characters for us to purchase is weird. Or like this one place had, oh yep, caption it. I love Shuppet. Um, one group had like Baldur's Gate figurines, And these Baldur's Gate figurines, well, not a figurine, it was a quilt, Baldur's Gate quilt. And they had all the popular characters, but it did not have Will. Will is infamously the black character in Baldur's Gate. Like, he's a black man. They give him a very boring story overall. Well, some people say his story is boring because they don't really want to take the interest in getting to know him. But he's a character that takes some difficulty to understand. Right? Like, you're not going to see this character and, oh, baby Tate. I'm gonna send you back to the Pokédex. I'm a. Oh, not the sacrificial lambs. I'm looking around for more Pokemon before I go back to the Pokemon Center. Well, no. I feel like I'm going to get in the Pokemon battle. But they didn't have any Will, and I feel like that was disgusting because Will is a black character, and like, yeah, you get to. I get some people, even black people, don't want to play Will in Baldur's Gate because they feel like he's boring and he's a stick in the mud and like he's too much about the rules. And infamously, black people like to play video games to be the villain. You know, I didn't play that Hogwarts game, but I saw immediately, I recognized immediately that all the black people wanted to be Slytherin. They wanted to learn the killing curse. They wanted to practice dark magic, and I rocks with that. I truly do. But Will, as a character, he's noble and he's virtuous, and you can turn him down a dark path. Don't get it twisted. He can go dark, but you have to earn that. You have to make the logical and right decisions in the moments that they matter for him to unfurl in that direction. And then his story gets rich because he's a warlock, and warlocks in D&D typically always have the most rewarding and interesting stories in RP because you have a built-in man versus forces of nature storyline. Some people even suggest that like you should borrow the idea of the patron in some way for all classes because it gives everyone this rich developmental angle for their backstories. Like you can have a druid whose powers flow from deals and negotiations with elder forces, and you can have clerics who are at war with being the chosen ones of their deities. I feel like you should have more like folk hero clerics. Yeah, Baldur's Gate is actually a very fun game. Like it's extremely fun, extremely entertaining. But I do think people have always had this issue about them deciding that that is the storyline that Will must take. And he doesn't necessarily need to do it. However, I will say he's the best character to romance. Like, I'm going to take that back. I think everyone's romancing options is a reflection of their own personal like stakes and like desires in a game. Like if you want to just get pounded out, like you can just go for our druid baddie who will bang you out as a bear. Some of the dialogue with Will is dry, and also he hates just about everything. But people, I think they see that and go like he is difficult to romance. But I think they fail to realize that Will is a character who does not want to fully agree with you. Like Astarion will be difficult to romance if he does not like you. Will, you can romance him even if you are in disagreement. In fact, disagreeing with him sometimes, he will respect you more versus if you just try to look for answers you think he's gonna like. But that's the most interesting thing about Will as a character. And Will's also romantic. He does not want to just sleep with you. If you try to offer to sleep with him or just like get into anything physical with him, he will reject you. And he will say like, I don't want like, I want romance. I want a partner. And playing that game as a black man character and having Will fall for you and like romance you, it did something healing for me, honestly. Like Will's navigation of romance is the most enthralling part of Baldur's Gate. And even like I've had friends who are like discussing and navigating their sexuality right now, and they are playing a pansexual playthrough. And Will being the only black character in the storyline, they're like, oh yeah, I'm really interested in romancing Will. And basically, I'm watching a friend. I'm gonna catch all these. I'm gonna catch all these ghost types. I don't know what you was about to do, but you were doing a little too many moves. Oh, you missed another Pokeball. I missed another Pokeball. I missed another Pokeball. That pissed me off. That made me mad. She need to check in that friend and ask, like, oh yeah, what character are you romancing, like officially? Because you start off saying like I'm a romance Will, but then like you get through the playthrough, you're like, oh actually I'm looking at Astarion, or I'm looking at, you know, a bunch of other characters. You DM them on TikTok. Play Romance Club. I've never heard of Romance Club before. What will I name Boo? Who's the best Halloween TikToker? Who be popping out with costumes? Hmm. Who's a good influencer? Black music reviewer. Shit, I'm gonna name this one Henny. Henny on the top. Let's do Henny. I'm looking at my phone right now because someone, I guess, reacted to my video of me saying it wasn't in fact musty at DreamCon. Someone says it was musty in the food area, third floor, where people were sitting at, especially when we had to go there for the after party tickets. Dang. Well, maybe that's why I didn't smell no one musty, because I did not go to the after parties. gosh, there's ghosts everywhere. Yeah, this is not creepy. Yeah, that's not creepy. I need to be known that if I find a shiny Shuppet, I'm going for that instead. I already have one of these. Yep, shiny. Shiny. What did I say? White skin, shiny. Um, huh. Do I have an Ice Spice? I think I already have an Ice Spice. Hmm. Yes, decided. Baby Storm. We'll have to compare those stats, honestly. Ooh. Wisma. picking the wrong move to use. Okay. Tristan. Shiv. Tristan Shiv. Nova. Wait, Nova? Maybe let's speak with apparitional beings that ever look so dreary. So you're wondering what I'm doing in a place like this then? I say I'm listening to Prince Grave, but you probably wouldn't believe me. Weeping Hill is of course more than a common graveyard, far more in fact. Rumor has it that Weeping Hill can physically retell an individual's memories. It then presents those memories to all the travelers by using those ghostly mists. Of course, that explains all the floating faces scaring about. I've heard that it can appear far more realistic to some, so be on guard. Oh yes, confusing indeed. I wonder. Tell me, Stevie, what did you see in the mist? You saw two young boys battling. That's very curious, but I'm not at all surprised. You seem to pique my interest, Stevie. You want me bad. Thanks for answering questions. That's why I'm here today. After something, looking to the object that I can believe can be well unlocked down here. Stones to be precise. Who knows your talents? You may find it before I do. See. I'm gonna run back to the Pokemon Center. Someone loud. Someone very loud. I'm gonna name this one Wisdom. Not because he's loud, but just because. Maybe I should get Pokemon with teleport at this point. this one more time. Okay. See, this is a better effect. Cursed body. Oops, sorry. Cursed body made disable a move it is damaged by for 4 turns. Prevents Pokemon from falling asleep. Mm. I really have a half a mind to go keep looking for other shiny Shuppets because ain't no way. Can you? Does anyone know if you can breed shinies by using one shiny? Can you breed shinies? Hmm. First body is a better effect, but Bonnet can learn Curse Body. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just keep both of them. Just move my body in because he's the fastest. Attacked it, but he's much too strong. Oop, oop, on the floor. Wait a minute, would you? There's something in the air. Those boys, why am I not surprised? You remember my experience for Weeping Hill? How presents the animation memories? What's the experience to you? This memory was mine. One of the boys was my brother Keegan. The other long-haired dude one was myself. It used to be so much simpler then. Keegan wasn't exactly the best fighter or the best anything for that matter. Calling him my brother was an insult in itself, as my family had no room for weakness or failure. I respect you. Of course, being his brother, it didn't take long for his jealousy to set in. Not that I blame him. He never really caught up in the end, truth be told. In fact, he was pretty much forgotten whenever he was by my side. So for that, I suppose, let's move on, shall we? Come on, there's a special sanctuary down here. I've been most curious to show you more of Stevie. However, you will find that blah blah blah. You'd be wise to watch your step. I know. Hmm. In this area, we're using strength. Team Crescent's right there. Saying, do you think they're ghosts? Ooh, so spooky, right? They look like outlines of people. Maybe they're ghosts. And you're surprised we're in the middle of a mass graveyard. Wouldn't be surprised if there were ghosts down here. That'd be stupid not to think about. If the job to do is smash to this little bowling, like, come on, wrong with me not. Like the pools of try to blood everywhere. What do you suppose that's from various too? Hmm. No, funny goblin. Oh, please. This will be that easy. I did a beam, so thanks to you. Don't you think it's dependent on someone else telling them that they're strong? You need You know what else is validation? Not everyone can become a gym leader after all. They're trying to like give me a pep talk. Listen up, I don't need anyone telling me anything. You're doing it again. Just take the compliment, okay? Whatever. You and your friends are totally insufferable. I can never be relieved to almost be out of here. Out of here, wait, you're leaving? You're not coming with us? No. You really have a plan to get to Celia as it is. At this rate, you'll be flying Aderion's Pokemon over there. And to be honest, I wouldn't even put that past her. I don't know if you realize what this whole thing is because that's the plan. You're welcome to throw your lives away. I'm on my way to Celia. I'm not going through Blackview to see me. And well, number 10 Crescent. Oh, no, no, come on, Stevie. Of course, you got the impression that we're villains or something. Barry may be a villain, sure, no one can control what the fool does or say, but the rest of us, we're different. I just had an incident with Ava, it may have given me the wrong impression, but you need at least to hear us out just once. I think they're noble, we're good people, all of us. I think we all share the same goal. We just want things to be better, peace, pursuit, happiness. But to create a world where people can live freely without suffering or loss, a world that you by natural means is but a fleeting fantasy. Such a thing, can you see it? Probably not. To the average person has such goals. It's born our insanity. Once you hear our idea, our grand plan, perhaps you'll see it our way. The fact that he came here, it's just seeing that he gained your trust to some degree. That's the case. If you have no idea who he is, perhaps then by following him throughout these steps, you'll see who he truly is. See his own memories after all the way, you'll see that Shiv is monster, not us. Proud that you see that. Wish we have all the world. Proud, of course, this new world. If we're able to take, let's see how this pans out, huh? Okay, there we're gonna pause and we can come back tomorrow. But I have to head to the gym, unfortunately, and then I have to do some writing. But thank you, everyone, and don't forget, please check out the pre-order link in my bio for Forever for the Culture, Notes for the New Black Digital Arts Renaissance. It is a book about the current Black digital arts renaissance that we are enduring, surviving, and loving in its connection to revolution. Thank you so much. All love, one love. Take care.